Hi everyone, I'm Sue Pito from Polka Dot Arts and I'm here in my garden. Unfortunately I can't be with you at Milton Creek because there's a situation we're in, but I'm here to show you how to use some of the materials that you can collect when you're out on your walks and being outside in the wonderful spaces that we have in Swale to make some fantastic gifts. I have a selection in front of me. I know you can just about see me in the background. My workshop is really a demo. It's up to you to do whatever you like with the ideas that I'll give you, and we'd really like to see them on Friends of Milton Creek Facebook page after you've made them. With this video there will be supplied a fact sheet of things that you can collect on your exercise. Remember, keep 2 meters apart, be aware, stay alert and stay local if you can. And the other thing is, please don't drop litter when you're out. There's lots of bins around, or take it home with you. And the last one is dog poo. Please clear up after your dog. Be a responsible dog owner. Anyway, I think that's enough from me. We're going to now start making loads of things. So here I go. First thing you need to do is go through your recycling bin and find some tin cans. Wash them and take the labels off. 2 sorts of cans really. There's the one where you use a can opener. This one you get a nice smooth finish to. Or there's the pull can one, which you pull the lid off. This one has a ridge on it. It's not too bad, but I would be really careful. So what I tend to do with my cans is to put tape around this, so that way I can put my hand in and it doesn't hurt or anything. I've been using cloth tape or gaffer tape or duct tape. I've got this nice coloured one. Or you can use electrical tape. The other tape you could use is sellotape or masking tape. The problem with them is that they don't have the same stick. If you haven't got cans, you can also use cardboard containers, and I put half a water bottle, cut it in half and stick it in there. It's perfect. Right, I think we're ready. Right, we're doing some leaf rubbing. I'm going to teach you how to do beautiful leaf rubbing. First thing you need is some paper. The paper, the thinner the better, really. So cheap paper is really good. This is copier paper. That's really good. And if you're using this pad, obviously it's quite thick, but if you've only got a couple of single sheets, lean on a book. You really need a very flat surface for leaf rubbing. I've been out this morning, collected leaves. I've got ivy leaves and hawthorn leaves here. I chose these because of the shape. The shape's really important, I think. Also, it's got nice veins on it. That's really beautiful. Can you see? Right, I'm going to take my leaf. I'm going to put it in between the 2 sheets of paper. So I've got a nice soft base. Make sure it's nice and flat. Then I'm going to take my pencil. I'm using very soft pencils, which are the B. B stands for blackness. This is a 4B. 6B is lovely. And then I've sharpened it, so I'm going to use the side of the pencil. And I hold the paper down and I press quite hard, rubbing with the side of my pencil over the leaf. And you want to take your time doing it. It's actually, I find it really relaxing. I try to keep my pencil direction, my pencil in the same direction, and get this wonderful leaf. So I'm now going to move my leaf around a bit on the page, and I'm going to take my pencil. I'm going to do another one, pressing evenly all the time, nice and slowly over it, picking up all the lovely veins in the leaf. And I'm actually overlapping the leaves as well. So, can you see that? That is really nice. So you want to fill the whole paper. Also, that's just with a pencil, but I'm going to use coloured pencils as well. Actually, you can do whatever you like. Coloured pencils are really quite nice. You can do really lovely colours. I'm using watercolour pencils because I found them to be beautiful and soft. Can you hear that? It's my robin. Right, it's beautiful, my garden. I've got lots of birds. He comes down to visit sometimes. There, and I have, look at that, blue one. So the trick is slow, thin paper and nice soft pencils. Check them out. Try lots of things. So this one is a whole sheet of ordinary pencil. I've done individual leaves. These are going to come in handy later to make labels, and just it's quite nice doing single ones. This is a sheet of coloured, different, and loads of different leaves. You can have such fun. It's a very easy, nice thing to do. We're going to be doing some leaf printing. These are some of the ones I've done earlier. This is actually the printed leaf, and this is the space the leaf leaves when you print. I really like that one. I also tried it out on different paper. This is book paper. Remember to print a few single ones, leaves. And the other one I tried was brown paper. I really like that as well. So these are just some samples that I've done. And now it's up to us to do some. Okay, I have 3 pieces of paper here, one to print the leaf, one to print the space, and one to rub down. So I have that here. I also have a plate of paint. Now I've put a small amount of paint, you can always add more, and I've got sponges. Now these are very important. Sponges better than paintbrush. You can dab it, and these are just washing up sponges, old ones. I never throw them away. I just rip them, and they come in really handy. You can wash them after you've used these as well, so you can use them over and over again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of the leaves that I collected this morning. Take my leaf and have my paint with my sponge. I'm put my leaf on my piece of paper. And I'm going to dab it. I don't think you can see. I'm dabbing it in my paint. Just a little bit of paint on my sponge. And I'm now going to put it on my leaf. Now I'm actually painting the leaf first, very gently. But as I'm doing it, I'm just, because you need to, it's important that you do the edges. So the edges are also being done. And that will create the space. I'm doing it very slowly, there's no need to rush. And I'm going to put my sponge back on my plate. And I'm going to lift it from the stem. And I get this wonderful leaf shape. So that's why I need one piece of paper. The next, I've got 2 pieces here. I've got one on my table and the other one. I'm going to put my leaf inside there. And I'm going to take my other piece of paper. And I'm just going to place it on top. Then I'm going to rub my leaf in here. Just having a look where it is. Make sure I'm rubbing in the right place. Right here. Just gently rubbing it. I'm going to now take my piece of paper off. I'm going to lift it up from the stem. I'll show you. Here. To lift it off. Oh yay, look at that. So, next, you just keep doing it. Just do loads. Sorry, it's a bit windy out here. Just a gentle breeze. What I tend to, good trick, make sure you've got stones or pegs. They hold everything down in the wind. Milton Creek is always windy. So, this is leaf printing. Just cover your whole page, and it's really nice. I'll just different shapes, leaves again. Go back to the first page. Do the outside. Paint on. Just do it gently. I like overlapping the leaves. I think you get a very good effect. Whoop. On here, my paint's drying quite quickly today because it is very warm out here. Lift that off, put it down next to my other leaf, take my other piece of paper that I'm going to, and then just gently rub this. If you're really lucky, you might be able to get 2 prints off a leaf. I don't think so today because my paint's dried. Okay, fill the page up. I'm going to introduce you to my friend. Did you see him? He often comes down and we feed him in our garden. We've got little sultanas, tiny, we cut them up, and he'll come and visit. Say hello. See, here he comes. Fab, eh? Anyway, back to workshops. Now, for the fun bit, we've done our sheets of rubbing and printing, and now we're actually going to cover our cans that we prepared earlier. So, one prepared can, and I have chosen this sheet to use. So, I'm going to move my can here. I'm going to measure my can. So this is, oh, look at that. It's 10 centimetres. So I'm going to put some marks on my paper. 10 centimetres. And then I'm going to run a line with my ruler down, straight through my pattern, like this. Take my scissors and cut along the line as straight as I can. Good guillotine, it's much easier. Now, the wind's picked up a bit. I'm just going to use my art rocks. I've got loads of rocks for keeping, sorry, I forget to talk sometimes when I'm concentrating on doing art things. It's very, because it's so therapeutic. Right, so I'm just going to stick them onto here. So I've now got this. So hopefully, oh, look at that. That fits on there beautifully. So I'm going to get paintbrush, and I'm using PVA, right? It's quite important, really, when you do art projects to use the right glue for projects. So different projects might need different glue. Now, Pritt Stick's no good on this, really. I love Pritt Stick, it's very good. Pritt Stick's great for paper to paper. PVA is good for other things, and we're going to also, I've used glue gun, which I'll be showing you a bit later. So I'm covering the whole can with glue. Now, I'll just tell you a quick if you do this, you've got too much glue on your paintbrush. You really needs to be like that. And keep the glue on the end if you can. Right, so I'm just moving it out of the way here. I'm going to take my sheet of leaf rubbing I'm using on this one, and I'm going to start in the middle. I don't start at the end, and I'm going to rub it here. And I'll tell you why I'm starting in the middle, because it tends to move slightly. So, and then I'm going to just really wrap it. Don't worry about the end at the moment, and push it really hard. With PVA, you must make sure that all the bubbles are out. And just keep pushing it. You get a really nice, I'm going to be able to see the ridges. Oh, there's a ripple. I can just move that. Why it's still gluing if you get ripples. And just rub it, keep rubbing. Rub it onto the can. And so if you start in the middle rather than one end, it makes it so much easier. And then when you come to the end, now you could cut it off straight, but I tend to just rip it a bit because you get a softer edge. Can you see that? And then you won't be able to see the join. And then I get my PVA and then I glue loads, put loads of glue on the edges. Edges are always the most important thing when you're doing, and because it's PVA it will dry clear and you can go over. Can you see that? And you can hardly see the join, can you? And really, that's it. Okay, I've just had to come inside because one of the other ideas that I have for you is to cover your cans with sticks. And as you can see, we've got a few samples here, but why we're indoors really is because we need to have electricity for our glue gun, which we'll be using. So this one's actually quite easy. Get our can, get some sticks that we've collected, get your can. Now I've stuck 2 on already, but I'm just going to show you. Get your stick. I think I'll turn it to the side here, and then you can just measure just above your can, cut your stick. Once you've got one, you can do all the others like this. Measure them off. Please do not take sticks off the trees. It's really important that you don't rip the trees up, but there's loads of fantastic sticks everywhere on the floor. These ones are really gnarly sticks, so these are from the woods, and I love these. Same thing, stand it up against your can and cut them. First thing you want to do is run some glue gun straight down your can. Now, if you can, in a nice straight line, lots of glue. And then do it, you have to be quite quick because the glue gun dries. And you want to make sure it's flat to the floor. Sorry, I don't know. You can see that. So it's all even along the bottom. Don't worry about the top because actually it looks quite neat if you do them all different levels. So yeah, I'm just going to stick another one in here. Show you again quickly. Take your sticks and push them in like so. Okay, gnarly sticks. Works exactly the same. Run your glue gun straight down the previous stick and then stick your gnarly stick on. Now this one's, as you can see what's happened here, this one here is at an angle, so I'm only going to put my stick here. I'm going to cut it off with my secateurs at the bottom here, like that. Can you see? Because you get, that's the difficult one when you do the gnarly sticks, you get spaces, but you can easily fill them in with just bits of stick. So I'll show you. I'm just going to do a bit of stick here, cut that bit, and stick it in on this space so that I can't see the can in there. So I've got this wonderful effect. So enjoy sticking your sticks. Because it is so difficult to get pin at the moment, for presents especially, these make amazing gifts. Now I don't know if you know, but it's Father's Day on June the 21st, so these will be a perfect present. You've got plenty of time to make them. And but everybody always wants pen pots for their desks, one of the things I have done is I varnished these. I use spray varnish just on them quickly to seal them. You can just run PVA over them as well. So this one's got my pencils in. I like this one. That's the one I've just made. This one I really like because I found a coffee lid that fits my tin, and I've put string in here. So this one is a great, it just holds a reel of string really well. So that one is a perfect one. I've got some stick ones, again, pen pots. I keep all my pencils and everything in pots, and this one's covered in bark. I found some bark, same as doing the sticks, glue gun. They're lovely. Tins are fantastic because they're waterproof, so you can use them for vases. And when I was out walking, I just picked a few buttercups and cow parsley, and I have to be honest, I think at the moment it's my favourite. So again, stick pots. I did try with real leaves. Now this one was really difficult, so I ended up using a bit of PVA and glue gun, and it took me ages, but it's all possible. We also have cards with your sheets. It's alright doing all these things, but it's quite nice to actually use them afterwards. So this is a card I made, and I just made it on a breakfast cereal box. Covered it, see, it's just grey inside. And I also just stuck an old bit of paper in, and I ripped the edges, because if you buy really expensive paper, they've always got ripped edges because it's handmade. So this is a beautiful handmade card, and to go with it we have got gift tags. So you can, that's why I said do some single ones, stick a bit of string on them, and they always come in handy. So you can made a bookmark. I've also, sorry, I'll just show you these quick. I framed one of my pieces of Robin, and I was really pleased with this one. I also, it was not a very nice frame, so I stuck some sticks on them and painted it to match the frame. So you can do loads of different things with these techniques. I hope you really enjoy yourself, and nature's amazing at the moment, and we're very lucky to have been given this time to do creative projects. Hopefully I'll see you all again soon. Thank you for being with me. Bye. Oops, nearly forgot. Quick reminder, please could you put your ideas and creations on Friends of Milton Creek Facebook page so we can all have a look. It'd be amazing to see how creative and what ingenious ideas you've come up to do with your cans, sticks and leaves. All right, thank you.